I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Chuck Todd is stepping down from NBC's Meet the Press. Wow. Journalist and political analyst Chuck Todd is stepping down as the moderator of NBC's Meet the Press and will be replaced by chief White House correspondent and co-anchor. Co-anchor? She was the co-anchor of Meet the Press? What? I didn't even know it was a co-anchor. Christian Welker. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. The network announced on Sunday. Todd's announcement announced his own departure at the start, which is a little bit surprising. You normally would say you would announce that at the end, unless it's like your last show or your Chris Matthews, in which he said it wouldn't be his last show, but it would be his last summer with the program. While today is not my final show, this will be my final summer here at Meet the Press, Chuck Todd told the audience on Sunday. I'm really proud of what this team and I have built over the last decade. Todd, who has held the position of moderator of Meet the Press since 2014, wow, will be replaced by Welker, who has been with the network since 2010. Is there anything else we have to really go into? Not really much. The longest running political talk show in television history, Meet the Press has consistently served as a leading platform for politicians and policymakers to discuss the issues of the day. Todd said during his decade at the helm, he believes he and his team answered whether Meet the Press still has a place in modern media space. Welker will take over for Todd this summer. Just as important, I'm ready to take a step back because I know the person whom I'm passing the baton to is someone who's been ready for this for a while, Todd said of Welker. This is exactly how I've always hoped this would end, that I'd be passing the baton to her. Wow. Welker said she was, quote, humbled and grateful for the opportunity. This is what she tweeted. Chuck Todd has been a mentor and friend since my first day at NBC. Is that a fact or is that cap? A mentor and friend since my first day? Okay, I guess I believe her. Welker tweeted shortly after the announcement, I've learned so much from sitting with him at the anchor's desk and simply experiences his passion for politics. I'm humbled and grateful to take the baton and continue to build on the legacy of Meet the Press. Wow, that is surprising, man. Obviously I'm a pretty big fan of politics and news. So Sundays, I would always say I really do enjoy State of the Union. It was probably always one of my favorite shows. I believe was it Candy Crowley? Am I pronouncing that name correctly? I felt like when she did the show, that's when or maybe I'm completely wrong, but I felt like that's the show on Sundays I used to always watch on CNN was State of the Union. I believe Jake Tepper has taken over for, I think it was Candy Crowley. If I'm right about that, that's pretty good. But I did have to say I did watch Meet the Press when Tim Russert was the moderator. I remember when he passed away, rest in peace, Tim Russert. I literally remember the place I was at when I heard the news. It was pretty heartbreaking. I was, to say this, I was very sad, right? It definitely was a sad moment. Rest in peace. I can't say this enough to Tim Russert, who, as a kid, I grew up with shows like Meet the Press, and these are shows that really, really got me into politics. Meet the Press, 60 Minutes, those especially 60 Minutes, and the News Hour. Jim Lehrer, I remember when it was called the Jim Lehrer News Hour, and obviously another rest in peace to Glenn Ifill. That was heartbreaking to say the least. But politics shows. I'm not one that's gonna leave the show because Chuck Todd is leaving the show. I will 1000% still watch the show with Christian Welker, who I believe I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I don't know if I've I normally watch or listen to the podcast, so I don't know if I saw her face, I would know who Kristen Welker is, but I believe I've heard that name before, even though if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I have to apologize for that. It's just, I pronounce names wrong all the time. But Chuck Todd, another thing is that Meet the Press isn't it like 6 days a week now? There's like a Meet the Press daily, right? So is Chuck Todd going to still be doing that show? Is Kristen Welken going to take over that show? Or will they have like guest appearances, guest hosts to do that show? Or will that show not even be, or will they not be doing that show? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I wanted to find out about Meet the Press Daily because, that's a show I recently started watching and listening to in podcast form. So I hope Meet the Press Daily doesn't go away. And also, one last thing to end this, for all the littles out there, Chuck Todd, right? If he leaves before the summer, we hope and there should be no reason why we don't get Chuck Todd's pick on the Tony Kornheiser show. Like, it is undoubtedly one of the highlights of my week to know that someone so steep into politics will spend just a little bit of time. We don't ask them anything about politics, but to just give us NFL picks. We are all degenerate gamblers when it comes to the NFL. So I'm hoping, looking forward to this NFL season, which is only 2 months away, right? Like, thank you, Jesus. But definitely, for all my littles out there, definitely hoping to hear from Chuck Todd this NFL season and all of our bets because, to say the least, we are all degenerate gamblers when it comes to the NFL. But many congratulations to Chuck Todd. I thought he did a great job. And I also, I will be giving Christian Welker a chance. I will still be watching Meet the Press in the future, in the fall time when she takes over. And, I just look forward to it. Let me know your opinion of this story. Definitely, if you are a little, you could put an L in the comment section. I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about Chuck Todd, my boy, my littles, right? Us littles out there. Chuck Todd is actually going to be stepping down as the anchor moderator of NBC's Meet the Press. Wow. What a day, right? Wow. Unbelievable. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button. And please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.